Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This is your Aries tarot reading. So, your sun, moon, and rising for the month of June 2026. So, your recent past, Aries, you have Judgment card. So, the Judgment card really is all about an awakening, a calling. So it's almost like in the previous month or in the previous past, you've had some kind of awakening or a calling to do something, or some truth kind of slapped you in the face, that sort of thing. Okay. Now let's take a look at your first 2 weeks of June and see what we have here. Here we have the moon. The moon is all about lies, deceit. It could represent rest and illusion. Okay, so not everything, appears to be what it is in front of you. Okay. Then the second card we have is the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is all about speed, but it's also about messages. So receiving messages in a very quick fashion, such as, emails, text, phone calls, things like that. And it's very focused. So it's very focused on you. Okay. And lastly, here we have the Strength card. So, the Strength card really represents strength. It represents being able to tame the beast within. So you're not always reacting to things. You're able to use your strength to sit back, calmly think about things through, and then, act upon it. Okay. So for the first 2 weeks of June, let's see what it's trying to tell us. Um, I think it's pretty straightforward. So what I'm going to say here, it's going to start off with some kind of illusions that you're not going to see right away. They're not going to be presented to you right away. Um, or because you had the Judgment card in the recent past, you had that awakening to these illusions, which to me makes more sense. Okay. And now you're going to realize you're going to receive some news, and I'm going to say even more news about these illusions that you didn't know about before. So your recent past is kind of like an awakening to it, but now you're starting to get the information, you're starting to get the details about it. Um, and then you're going to sit back and you're going to use your strength to determine an action plan. Okay. So watch out for the first 2 weeks of June. That could be, somebody's been playing you, something like that. In a work environment, it could represent someone who steals your ideas. And you're wondering what's going on, why you're not getting the credit for the ideas, or things like that, right? So someone kind of playing you at work. But that's all going to be revealed. Okay, so hang tight. The last 2 weeks of June, we have the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords she's all about truth. She's about direct information. So if she asks you a question, she wants a very direct answer. She doesn't want a political answer. She is also someone who seeks the truth. So if she doesn't receive the truth, or she doesn't feel like something is the truth, then what's going to happen is she can become very bitchy, basically. Okay. The second card, we've got the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card all about you've had enough. The workload that's presented to you is just too much. The projects around you, whether it be at work or at home, you've had your fill. It's too much. You're carrying a huge burden. And now you're kind of wanting to empty that and just walk away. Okay. The last card here is the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is a card about conflict, and you come out on top of that conflict. Okay, so there is some battles that are going on. I just want to see what it says on this card. So this is a fairly new deck for me. It's the Pride Tarot. All right, so here it says silence equals death in the writing here at the bottom. Okay. Um, all right. So What's the last 2 weeks of June trying to tell us? Um, it seems like there's someone. I almost feel like this is a boss figure or a mentor, or maybe not a mentor, but a boss figure or a coworker that seems to have a lot of power or clout. In your personal life, this could be someone like your mother or mother-in-law, somebody that is a little bit at I'm going to say a higher level for lack of better terms. And there is some, I'm going to say, some control going on here. So this person, for some reason, seems to be um, overloading you with things. It could be personal drama, it could be workload from work, that sort of thing. And you've had your fill. There's drama. Don't know why, but there's drama that's happening, and you're getting to the point now where you're done. And what you're doing next is you're kind of fighting back, you're pushing back. So it's very interesting this month. Things are being revealed, and you're going to know who it is, and you're getting to a point now where you're kind of done, and you're going to start pushing back, right? And you're going to use your strength to do it. Okay, so let me know if this reading resonates with you. If it does, hit the like button and don't forget to share. And until next month, shine your light.